May I have your attention, please? I think our guests are arriving in about a couple of minutes. So please take your seats, and as I have requested earlier, may you could kindly put your cell phones on the silent mode. Thank you so much. I request everyone to please stand. India and Australia have a long history of placing each other at the forefront of international partnerships, be it related to defense, economy, or education. Good morning. On behalf of Sri Venkateswara College and University of Delhi, I welcome you all to today's event that celebrates the deepening of ties between our two nations. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome our esteemed guests for today. Our chief guest is the Honourable Minister of Education of Australia, Mr. Jason Clare. Our guest of honour is Honourable Minister of Education of India, Shri Dharmendra Pradhanji. I welcome an outstanding international cricket player who is also the Global Ambassador of University of Wollongong, Mr. Adam Gilchrist. I extend a warm welcome to the Australian High Commissioner, His Excellency, Mr. Barry O'Farrell. Honourable Vice-Chancellor of Delhi University, Professor Yogesh Singh, is presiding over today's event. Today's event is being hosted by Chairman, Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam, Sri Vayavi Suppa Reddy Garu, and Principal of Sri Venkateswara College, Professor Sheila Reddy. I request our esteemed guests to kindly come up to the stage to light the ceremonial lamp. Students of ALAP, the Indian Classical Music Society of Sri Venkateswara College, shall sing the Saraswati Vandana to invoke the blessings of Ma Saraswati, the goddess of knowledge, wisdom, and the arts.
या कुन्देन्दु तुषार हार धवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डिता वंदित करा या वंदिता सामा पातु सरस्वती भगवती निशेष जाड्यापहं
I request our guests to take their seats on the dais. I request Principal Sri Venkateswara College, Professor Sheila Reddy, to welcome the August gathering.
Namaskar and a pleasant morning to all of you. On behalf of Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam's Sri Venkateswara College, University of Delhi, it gives me immense pleasure to extend my heartfelt greetings and a warm welcome to all our esteemed guests for today's event on deepening ties through two-way mobility between Australia and India. Honorable Minister of Education and Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, Government of India, Shri Dharmendra Pradhan Ji, as an educational institution, we look up to your able leadership as India strives for excellence in education. Welcome him with a round of applause. Honorable Minister of Education, Australia, Mr. Jason Clare, it is indeed a matter of great honor to have you amidst us, and we look forward to interacting with you and your team. Welcome to our college. Renowned international cricketer and former captain of the Australian national cricket team, Mr. Adam Gilchrist, Your rich sports legacy and commitment towards education is a source of inspiration to all our students. From your life, we draw lessons to excel both in academics and sports. Shri K. Sanjay Murthy, I think he's not there. His Excellency Mr. Barry O. Farrell, Australian High Commissioner to India. We are grateful to you, sir, for facilitating today's interaction, which I am sure will lead to fruitful outcomes. Esteemed Vice Chancellor, University of Delhi, Honorable Professor Yogesh Singh, your wisdom and collective efforts in strengthening the University of Delhi is a well-acknowledged fact, and we consider it our privilege to be under your guidance. Welcome, sir. Respected Chairman, Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam's and Sri Venkateswara College governing body, Sri Y.V. Subbareddy Garu, we express our gratitude for your unstinting support at all times as we march on to achieve great heights. Welcome, sir. I take this opportunity to extend a hearty welcome to our distinguished guests from Ministry of Education, Australia, Australian High Commission in India, and Vice Chancellors from Australian University. We welcome you wholeheartedly. A very warm welcome to the Director, University of Delhi South Campus, Shri Professor Prakash Singh, Dean of Colleges, Professor Balram Dr. Vata, and Deans and Principals of University of Delhi Colleges. My heartfelt welcome. My heartfelt welcome to our dear colleagues, students, and media. A day interacting with distinguished luminaries in their respective fields from Australia and India for deepening ties in the field of higher education. India's National Education Policy 2020, with its emphasis on quality education, aims to share and learn the best of educational practices with diverse educational systems through two-way mobility of students and scholars. We believe our higher education institutions offer a great platform for international collaborations. Our core curriculum has an international dimension that draws students from countries across the world. India, with its rich cultural heritage and diversity, provides interesting areas of exploration for international scholars. We can have more about it when we have the round table. We are constantly trying to build upon some of the key features of national education policy, such as multidisciplinarity, innovative pedagogy, experiential learning, and emphasis on Indian languages. We look forward towards student exchange programs, semester abroad programs, short-term projects for both faculty and students, fostering knowledge partnerships between Australia and India. With a promise to work towards building strong networks, I invite you all to an engaging session on exploring avenues for partnerships and collaborations for an inclusive, participatory education system for a resilient and sustainable world. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I request Sri Subba Reddy Garu, our chairman, to kindly say a few words.
I have immense pleasure in inviting our today's chief guest, Mr. Jason Clary, Minister of Education, Australian Government, and our Honorable Education Minister, Government of India, Dharmendra Pradhanji, and our special invitee, cricketer, Mr. Gilchrist, and Australian High Commissioner, and Delhi University Vice Chancellor. Esteemed dignitaries on the dais, distinguished invitees, dear students and faculty members, very good morning to you all. Sri Venkateswara College is one of the most sought after colleges of the Delhi University. It has come a long way since its humble beginning in the year 1961 with 271 students and 13 faculty members. Today, it has the support of 211 teachers and 151 non-teaching staff and student strength of more than 4,000 from across the length and breadth of the country. The college offers 20 undergraduate courses in science, humanities, and commerce, 9 postgraduate programs, and 1 postgraduate diploma course in molecular and biochemical technology, serving diverse educational needs. The concentrated efforts of our competent faculty members, dedicated administrative staff, and dynamic students have seen the college scale greater heights with each passing year. With financial support of the Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam, the college has state-of-the-art sports facilities with newly added synthetic tennis and basketball courts. The college takes a pride in its illustrious alumni, which includes creators like Rishabh Pant. The college is recognized as a sustainable green campus. It is a green campus with rainwater harvesting systems, 140 kilowatts on-grid solar power plant with wild space, and many environmental initiatives. I wholeheartedly support the college in all its endeavors. I sincerely hope that today's event will be successful in developing long-term collaborations with Australia and India. Thank you.
Thank you for your kind words, sir. May I now request the Vice Chancellor, Delhi University, Professor Yogesh Singh, and our Chairman, Sri Subba Reddy Garu, to felicitate the dignitaries on stage. May I request Honorable Minister, Mr. Jason Clare, to please step forward. May I now request Vice Chancellor, Delhi University, Professor Yogesh Singh, and our Chairman, Sri Subba Reddy Garu, to felicitate the dignitaries on stage. Honorable Minister, Mr. Jason Clare. Honorable Vice Chancellor shall present a memento and a shawl to the guest. Our chairman shall present a vastram and prasadam from Tirupati, the holy abode of Lord Venkateswara. I request the Honorable Minister, Shri Dharmendra Pradhanji, to please step forward. Chair. I now request Mr. Adam Gilchrist to come forward. His Excellency Mr. Barry O'Farrell, Honourable Education Minister, Australia, Mr. Jason Clare, would like to present a memento to Honourable Vice Chancellor, Delhi University, Professor Yogesh Singh. Now, the Honourable Minister, Mr. Jason Clare, will present a memento to our Chairman, PYV Super Reddy Garu. Honourable Minister shall present a memento. I now request Honourable Vice Chancellor, Delhi University, Professor Yogesh Singh, to give the opening remarks. I request the Honourable Vice Chancellor, Delhi University, to kindly give his opening remarks.
Good morning, Namaskar. Honorable Minister of Education of Australia, Mr. Clare, Honorable Minister of Education, Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, Shri Dharmendra Pradhanji, His Excellency Barry O'Farrell, Australian High Commissioner in India, Mr. Adam Gilchrist, Education Ambassador and very famous cricket player. Shri Y.V. Subbarao, Chairperson, Governing Body of the College. Principal Madam, respected Vice Chancellors, Principals, members of the Australian delegation, distinguished guests, outstanding faculty members, and my dear bright and gifted students, good morning again. As a Vice Chancellor of this premier and very reputed University of India, declared as Institution of Eminence by Government of India, I welcome you all in this premises of Shri Venkateswara College, University of Delhi. As we all know, University of Delhi is a 100-year-old institution, a research and teaching university with 90 colleges, 86 teaching departments, 16 faculties, 550 programs, 6.5 lakh students. And when it comes to research, our H-index is 252 as per Scopus database, 62,225 publications, and 100 publications in Nature and Science journals. And on 99th convocation of the university, held on last Saturday only, we have conferred 1,57,290 degrees for undergraduate and postgraduate programs and 910 degrees for PhD, which is the highest number of degrees given by any university in India. I don't have the data of the world, but 910 PhDs in a year is a real achievement, which Delhi University has recently done it. Congratulations to all teachers and students of University of Delhi. When it comes to internationalization and international students and teachers presence of the university, we admit every year number of foreign students under ICCR scholarship as well as self-financed students. University of Delhi has all types of modern infrastructure facilities for giving world-class education. University has already some MOUs with Australian universities. Name a few: University of Wollongong, University of Melbourne, and University of Macquarie. And in recent past, some university delegations have visited University of Delhi for the same. When it comes to the strength of India and strength of Indian university system, and particularly Delhi University, science, technology, mathematics are our strength. And when it comes to digital initiatives also, our country has done very well, doing very well, will do very well in the emerging areas of technology. We talk about the big data, artificial intelligence, machine learning, IoT. Our universities are doing very well. Our students are doing very well in the area. So we can start internship, apprenticeship programs in such emerging areas. This year, India is presiding over G20, and education is the prominent subject of it for all development. Australian universities and institutions of higher education can join hands with University of Delhi to promote and exchange expertise of growth for sustainability. To adopt a global approach to education, we must enhance the capacity of our educational institutions to foster an international environment. We need international students. We need international faculty. We have also modified our rules and regulations for the same. Now, after the implementation of National Education Policy 2020, many good initiatives have taken by the universities. For example, dual degree twinning program, joint degree program, as well as transfer of credits for students going from one university to another university. Australian universities can now join us in their program, encouraging twinning, dual, joint degree programs for credit recognition. It's important for enhancing collaborations and to make students a global citizen. G20's one core objective is to provide academic and research collaborations to encounter global challenges like climate change, sustainability, and development for all. Our students are working in this direction. If we can think of joint projects, joint research initiatives to address these issues which are mandated in G20 initiatives. Further, we are in the process of collaborating with our foreign alumni or alumni of Indian origin, which may be helpful in achieving these desired goals. Today, we have a good number of vice chancellors from Australia, educationists from Australia, and when we interact with the vice chancellors and the principals of various institutions of University of Delhi, I am very hopeful that some good tie-ups will come, which will give fruits in the future for bright students of both the countries. I again welcome you all in University of Delhi. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your encouraging words. I humbly call upon the Honorable Minister of Education of India, Shri Dharmendra Pradhan Ji, to address the audience.
Good morning, friends. Mr. Jason Clare, Honorable Education Minister of Australia, Mr. Adam Gilchrist, former cricket star of Australia, Mr. Barry O'Farrell, our dear High Commissioner of Australia in India, my dear colleague, Professor Yogesh Singh, the dynamic Vice Chancellor of University of Delhi, my dear friend, Mr. Y.V. Subbareddy Ji, Chairman, TTD and governing body of this college, Professor C. Sheila Reddy Ji, Principal, Sri Venkateswara College, distinguished Vice Chancellors, educationists, senior officials from Australia, senior officials from High Commissioner of Australia, distinguished academician of Delhi University, Venkateswara College, members of faculty and staff and students of this prestigious university and college, friends from the media, greetings to all of you in the early morning of today. I would like to express my gratitude to Sri Venkateswara College at Delhi University for planning a student engagement event with the honorable dignitaries here in the days today. Friends, India and Australia share some common things. Both our aspirations are more or similar, though our size is different, but the strategy, but the roadmap and aspirations are similar. I've been to Australia on the invitation of my friend, Minister Clare. I observed closely the development of Australia for the last 50 years. One of the key impediments, key strategy of Australia is education, is knowledge, is skill development, vocational training. In India, being a young nation, being an aspirational nation, we want to collaborate with Australia with a natural follow-up with our invitation. Minister Clare with his high-powered delegation is here in India, and this is the first public program of Minister Clare. I welcome Minister Clare and his team on behalf of entire country, on behalf of Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi and on behalf of entire academia of our country, India. Friends, it's a nice coincidence. Now, India is in charge of presidency of G20. Some of the events are on. In the education vertical, the fast working group meeting has been over. The global leadership collectively plan in the education vertical look into the need of the 21st century. We will be concentrating on the 4 pillars. What are they? The foundational literacy and numeracy, FLN. The technology is a new pathway of the global development. So technology has to be detailed in the educational working group. Research and development is one of the important pillars of our educational ecosystem, and to carry forward the aspiration, we have to find out the roadmap of the future of the job. In the disruptive era, in the period of Industrial Revolution 4.0, friends, 6 months ago, nobody of us was knowing about the Chat GPT. Today, Chat GPT is one of the biggest challenge in our education ecosystem. Lot more things are coming up. So new job we have to find out. With these 4 pillars, with India's presidency, the entire global leadership, and including our dear colleague, dear friend country Australia, we all will deliberate, discuss to give a roadmap for the global citizens. And today, it's another coincidence. India is implementing its NEP 2020. NEP 2020 is inclusive, is giving importance for accessibility, it's giving importance for affordability, it's giving importance for quality. And I'm happy Australia and India are already engaged. I'm happy to see this battery of Honorable Vice Chancellor Minister Clare. If I'm correct, Honorable Minister, there are 25 prestigious universities have some kind of engagement with their counterpart in Australia. In the next week, another chapter will be, glorious chapter will be added to our journey. 2 Australian prestigious Australian universities are coming to India on the sideline of Honorable Prime Minister Australia's visit to India. They will sign, they will put up, Wollongong and Deakin University will be set up in the gift city of Gujarat. This is a step forward. India is committed to take responsibility of entire civilization of the globe, and we want to partner with Australia for quality, for accessibility, for affordability of our education for our youngsters. In G20, we have a philosophy. That philosophy is one earth, one family, one future. In Indian language, it is known as Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. I strongly believe the economy can get a height, the country can be developed, and in India, with this year's Independence Day, last year's Independence Day, when we complete 75th years of our independence from colonial rule, Prime Minister Narendra Modi gave us a task. By next 25 years, India has to be developed country. To achieve this status, we have to give focus on education. I strongly believe education is the mother department. Knowledge is the philosophical testing bed, launching pad of aspirational society. And we need quality partnership with Australia in our journey. And this collaboration, this NEP implementation, this implementation of G20's outcome on education vertical, this will be collaborative. And in India, we believe education should be shared. Education should be given. Vidyadan is our philosophy. With this collaboration on skill development, on vocational education, on undergraduate courses, on sports activities, that's why Mr. Gilchrist is here. I can see the enthusiasm among the youngsters. Though he is not a young, but today he will be young here in the Venkateswara College. He will play cricket here. This is the spirit of India. Friends, with these few words, again, our educational commitment, our aspirational goals, our goal to be a developed country by 2047, when India will be completing its 100 years through our educational persuasion, educational pursuit, we will be achieving the height. And on this journey, Australia will be important partner. Welcome, Minister Clare, with your team. And the next 2 days, we'll engage, we'll discuss, we'll deliberate, and we'll create strategy for our mutual benefit, for the global benefit. Thank you, friends.
Thank you so much, sir, for those words of wisdom. I now request our Chief Guest, Honourable Minister Mr. Jason Clare, to address this gathering.
Good morning, everyone. Vice-Chancellor Singh asked if Adam and I were related, if we were brothers. I said, no, one cricket superstar and the other is not. But I feel very, very privileged to be here today. I want to thank my friend, Minister Pradhan, for the invitation to visit India. And Professor Reedy, yes, please put your hands together for Minister Pradhan. In a very short time, we have become very good friends, and I'm looking forward, Dharmendra, to all of the great work that we'll do together on behalf of our two great countries. Can I thank Professor Reedy? Can I thank Vice-Chancellor Singh? Can I thank all of the staff and the students for inviting myself and the delegation that I lead to your college and to the university today. As I said, I don't come here alone. I lead a delegation that includes the High Commissioner of Australia, Mr. Barry O'Farrell, 10 Vice-Chancellors, an acting Vice-Chancellor, 2 Deputy Vice-Chancellors, and a Provost of Australian University, the incoming Secretary of the Australian Department of Education, 7 Chief Executives and Senior Executives of Australian Higher Education peak groups, the Chief Commissioner of Australia's Higher Education Regulator, TEXA, 2 former state ministers, and 1 cricket superstar. But you are the stars that we really want to meet. I mean that. Because what happens in universities can change the world. We know that because they always have. From new businesses to cures for cancer. They emerge in places like this, ideas factories. People like Dr. Parul Ganju, who graduated from this university in 2007 with a degree in biochemistry. She is the founder and the CEO of a company that's now developing treatments for people with chronic skin diseases. And last year, she was the BioSpectrum Asia Woman Entrepreneur of the Year. That's the power of education, to do good, to transform lives and to transform nations. And she came from here, Delhi University. Minister Pradhan and I both believe in the power of education and in the power of education to not just change the lives of individuals, but to transform nations. When we met last year, I asked him if he was happy to become the Minister for Education. And he said to me then what he just said to you now. He said, Jason, of course I am. This is the mother portfolio. It's what makes everything else possible. And there's a lot of wisdom in that, because education does make everything possible. We talked about our two countries. And I asked Minister Pradhan to get with me in a time machine and go back 50 years to when we were both little boys. And I said that if you went in a time machine back 50 years ago, you would find a very different Australia. An Australia where only 18% of children finished high school. But now 90% finish high school or the equivalent. And you would find in Australia where only 7% of people had a university degree. Today, 1 in 2 Australians in their 20s and 30s has a qualification from an Australian university. We are a different country today than the country that existed 50 years ago. And that's because of education. And then Minister Pradhan took me in his time machine, set to 2035, 12 years into the future. And he said by then, under the national education policy of Prime Minister Modi, that by 2035, half of all young Indians would be in vocational or higher education. Over the course of the next 10 years, something like 2 or 3 million young Australians will go to university. Under this plan, over the course of the next 10 years, something like 38 or 39 million Indians will be in higher education. And that is nation-changing stuff. It changes countries. It could mean that by 2035, 1 in 4 people all around the world who graduate from university will graduate from a university here in India. When he was in Australia, Minister Pradhan laid down a challenge for Australia to be part of this, for our higher education providers to be part of this. And Dharmendra, they heard you, and they are here. Some are already offering courses in Indian universities. Some want to set up campuses. Some are here today setting up offices. And some are here to sign agreements. All of them want to learn, want to help, and want to be part of a bigger, deeper partnership with India. We are building on what is already a very close relationship. Right now, as I speak, there are about 70,000 Indian students studying in Australia, mostly in higher education and vocational training. In the past 17 years, more than 1.5 million Indian students have studied in Australia. More than 1,700 university lecturers in Australia have an Indian ancestry. And right here, as we've heard today, at Delhi University, this university has an MOU, and Melbourne. Tomorrow, 10 new MOUs will be signed between Indian and Australian universities. And tomorrow, Minister Pradhan and I will sign a very important agreement, the mechanism for the mutual recognition of qualifications. It locks in the rules for mutual recognition to access education in Australia and in India. It delivers immediate benefits for students and higher education institutions in both of our countries. It means that an Indian student can be sure that a degree that they obtain from an Australian university will be recognised if they want to continue higher education here in India, like a master's degree or a PhD, or that they may be able to study a course structured with stages at an Australian university campus here or in another country, and then complete their bachelor's degree in Australia and be confident that their education qualification will be recognised here in India. And I'm advised by my department that this is the broadest and most favourable recognition agreement that India has signed with any country to date. But it's just the start. I see it as part of a two-step process. First is this mechanism recognising qualifications and degrees. The second is for us to work together with professions on mutual recognition agreements so that Australian and Indian graduates will be able to practice professionally in either country. That's something that we'll look at in the context of the new Economic Cooperation and Trade Agreement between Australia and India. So it's an exciting time. The world is getting a bit smaller. More things are becoming possible. And you are at the centre of it. Adam is not just the last Australian captain to win a test series in India. And I promise that I haven't smuggled him into the country under false pretences to help win back a bit of national pride this week or the week after. Adam was born into a family that understood the power of education. Adam's mum and dad were both school teachers. The two brothers were school teachers as well. And his parents made sure that he completed his high school education by correspondence when he went to England on a cricket scholarship at the age of 17. For someone like me growing up, Adam was a hero. And I suspect that's true for a lot of people in this room. And he still is. He was somebody that I could live vicariously through watching on the TV, watching him perform miracles at the crease, hitting balls out of the park and saving Australia from almost certain defeat. He won't be in indoor this week to save Australia if it needs it. But we are all very, very lucky that he is here with us, drawn by the same passion and belief that inspired his mum and dad, by the belief in the power of education that inspires Dhamandra and myself. He's working now with the University of Wollongong, helping to set up a campus for the university right here in India, helping to bring our two countries closer together and creating more opportunities for young students like yourself to change your life and change the world around us. Don't doubt for a second that what you do here is important, that it has the same potential to change lives and to change the world. It has that power. And I know that you will be equal to that challenge. And I wish you all the very, very best of luck for your studies here at Delhi University. Now get your hands together because it's now my pleasure to introduce the man himself, Adam Gilchrist.
May I take the liberty of saying that what happens when you combine amazing cricketing skills with the endeavour of encouraging education? You get Mr. Adam Gilchrist.
Thank you. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I wasn't actually on the rundown to speak today, so sorry, I've just taken the liberty to jump in and say a very few quick words. To the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Yogesh Singh, thank you very much for hosting us in your university, and to the Principal Sheila, thank you for having us here on your fantastic campus here at the college. It's wonderful to be here as part of the delegation from Australia. It's a beautiful campus, the bit that we've been able to see very quickly, and I look forward to seeing what the cricket pitch plays like. I'm sure it will spin a little bit, but I'm sure it'll be entertaining. Many of you may be wondering, why is a cricketer, an ex-cricketer and a sports person involved with education? I worked out a little while ago that our ministers in education, when they know they're coming to India, they know how to attract attention. They bring a cricketer with them. So that gets a fair bit of attention. A lot of people laugh at that, and I always think it's fantastic to come along, and we have a lot of photographs and autographs, and it's great to attract attention. But what I will say is, when you come from Australia, be it around education, be it around simply in trying to forge a stronger relationship and partnership with India, it's okay to bring a cricketer along. You might attract some attention and some photos, but if there isn't anything of quality, anything of great substance, anything genuine in what that partnership is hoping to look like, all it is a photograph and an autograph session. But can I say to you all, and particularly to you, Minister Tarang, we've found that for the 14 years that I've been very fortunate to come over here with the University of Wollongong, but more so today in being a part of an Australian delegation of educational operators and representing hopefully all of them and all of the Australian educational sector, we feel like we come here with a quality offering. We've taken great note of your very ambitious national education plan, and if there's anywhere that can achieve the goals that you've set, it is certainly India. Of that we have no doubt. We hope to be able to partner with you in trying to achieve those goals. But what we do, we know that we feel we have areas of expertise that we can offer, but we fully understand that it is a two-way street, and the knowledge and information and the expertise that we in turn will receive in kind back from any relationship that we have with Indian organisations, which there's been many long-standing for a number of years, we know that we will truly be the beneficiaries of that. I think we all have the future in mind when it comes to education. We know that the youth of today are the living windows to that future, so it is of vital importance that we educate and educate well, and clearly there's a shared passion between the two nations that is more than just cricket. It spills over into education. So it is a great honour to be here today and to be part of this delegation, and we look forward to a prosperous partnership in the future in trying to achieve the shared goals. So thank you very much for having us here on behalf of everyone.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Adam Gilchrist. We now move on to an interactive session between our esteemed guests on the dais with the students of Sri Venkateswara College. Students can raise their hands and the questions shall be taken up one by one. May we have the first question, please?
Greetings to the panel. This is Rajat Kapoor. I am a final year physics honors student at the college. My question is directed towards...
Louder, please.
I'll be louder. Am I audible to the panel now? Yeah. All right. Greetings to the panel. I'm Rajat Kapoor. I am a final year physics honors student at Sri Venkateswara College. My question is directed to the Honourable Education Minister of Australia, Mr. Clare. Good morning, sir. So we've got a lot of Indian students studying in Australia, and you also spoke at great lengths about how you would like the same. And I think I speak for a lot of us where we would love more Australian students to visit, engage, and potentially study at institutions here. So are there, to make this feasible, do you have any courses in mind that would interest Australian students that they would be interested in pursuing here at this country?
Thank you very, very much for your question. You're right. There are many Indian students travel to Australia to study. Not enough Australian students come to India to study. We want to see more Australian students study in India and right across our region. Because when you study in another country, you learn more about that country and you take the love and affection and knowledge that you learn when you study overseas back with you. It brings our two nations closer together. The Colombo Plan, the new Colombo Plan that was established by the previous Australian government is a terrific initiative which helps Australians to do that. But I would like to see more and more Australians study overseas. It's one of my great regrets that when I was your age, I didn't take up that opportunity and study overseas. My wife did, and she is much smarter and more well-rounded than me because she took up that opportunity. I congratulate you on the work you're doing in it's honours year in physics.
Yeah, an honours in physics.
We have one of the world's great physics professors in Brian Schmidt, who's with us here today. You should get a chance to catch up with Brian a little bit later, and Brian would have some extraordinary knowledge and experience to impart as well.
That would be wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that.
Terrific.
Yeah, thank you.
Next question, please.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Mayank and I'm pursuing chemistry honours from Sri Venkateswara College. My question is again directed to Honourable Education Minister Australia. Sir, is this the first time that you are visiting to India? If so, sir, then what is the thing that you like about India? And also, sir, what is your impression about the Indian education system?
I think I heard the first part of the question was my impressions of India and the Indian education system. Is that right?
What do you like in India that you have visited? The thing you have liked in India after your visit to India?
What do I like about India? Everything.
But more specifically, anything that...
Except Adam keeps whispering in my ear that India is too good at cricket. This is my second visit to India. I was in Delhi in 2019 and in Mumbai in a previous role, and so I had an opportunity to meet with government officials and business leaders here 4 or 5 years ago. And it's my first opportunity since the pandemic to be back. And here at the invitation of Minister Pradhan, this will be one of 2 or 3 visits to India this year. And I think that helps to underline the importance of the relationship and the partnership between our two countries, the ambition that India has to transform the education system to help transform India and set India up as a global and economic powerhouse in the century ahead is an extraordinary, bold and audacious one, nation-changing. And we think that the two countries working together have a lot to offer each other. I think Adam put it perfectly when he said that there is a lot that Australia can offer India, but there is an extraordinary amount that Australia can learn from India as well.
Thank you, sir.
I can see someone raising their hands at the back.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Anne Sunny, currently pursuing my final year in chemistry honours from Sri Venkateswara College. My question is directed to the Honourable Education Minister of India. Sir, I'm sure a lot of students would be interested in doing this. I would like to take up a short-term course on artificial intelligence from Australia. Is there any provision for that? And would I be able to get the credits I acquired be transferred to my academic bundle of credits? Thank you, sir.
Thank you. This is a very good question by our lady student. Today morning only, when I was talking to my friend, Mr. Claire, I mentioned this kind of collaboration with quality Australian universities needed in India. It's a good question. directly from the beneficiary point of view. She want to pursue a specific course in AI in Australian University. Answer has to be given by you. I am ready for NEP. I am enabled with policies. Now you can tie up with Yogesh Singh ji, with Madam Reddy. This I will request, let there be a formal engagement with any of the institutions with Venkateswara College to give this kind of short-term courses. 1 semester, 2 semester courses. Part 2 of that question is whether it will be credited in Indian system. Yes, this national ranking framework, credit framework, has given opportunity, given scope to earn credit of this kind of courses. I think this is a welcome suggestion. Now, the requirement of aspiring India, we have to cope up with the aspiration. Good question.
We have time for a couple of more questions.
Hello. Good morning, everyone. My name is Dhruv, and I'm a second-year student pursuing Pol Science Honours from Sri Venkateswara College only. My question is directed to one of our favorite cricketers out there, Mr. Gilchrist. Hello, sir. So I love playing cricket, and I've done fairly well at university cricket. So if I plan to do a course in Australia, what relaxations will the universities in Australia offer to students like me?
So you're keen to know what sort of courses in public policy you could do in Australia?
Yes, sir. So considering that children like me who play sports, so their academic grades do suffer a bit, but still we have excelled in sports. So, sir, do the Australian universities also consider them while we?
Yeah, sure. Thank you for your question. I think basically the way I've interpreted that question is about blending the pursuit of sport going hand in hand with your education. And I think that is something that is long been and continues to be a priority by the vast majority, if not all, educational operators in Australia. I think there's, I won't get specific around individual courses because there's too many to mention across the wide number of universities that are here today from Australia, but there's a lot of scholarship programs where the sporting pursuit can be tied in nicely with the educational component, and it doesn't necessarily have to be in pursuit of sporting excellence or trying to get to the elite level. It's about maintaining a capacity to still be active, a participant in the sporting community within a university or the broader community where that university sits, but also allowing you the time and resource to focus on that most important component of your studies as well. So as I say, I won't get specific about courses, but there are a number of universities that offer programs that go hand in hand with sporting, either scholarships or sports programs that fit in and dovetail nicely into the study component. So I would encourage you to look online at any number of the universities that are represented here. I'm sure it won't be too difficult to find out what universities are here. And I can see a lot of head nodding down here from the Vice-Chancellor saying, yep, we're all on board with that and agree about blending the two together and encouraging the education with be it sporting or just general healthy, active lifestyle, because that's only going to be more productive for the future as well.
Thank you so much, sir.
Now the last question, please.
Good morning to all dignitaries present over here. My name is Akshan Saraswat, pursuing BCom from Sri Venkateswara College. My question is directed to our Honorable Education Minister of India. Sir, I saw on Twitter that you visited Australia last year. How do you think the Australian universities are different from the Indian universities? Thank you, sir.
Australian University in the recent time has done quite well, according to me, in the two areas: research, innovation. These are one aspect, and employability, the second aspect. In these two areas, India has to learn lot of things. Though our education system is much more rooted in comparison to Australia, but somehow in our journey we create a mass, but we have to create a critical mass. I learned that from the Australian liquid system, and this is a good mentioned by young students. Now, this is the cause for our collaboration. All the people from Australia and India are here. With this kind of collaboration, we will find out the common way forward. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I hope some of your queries have been addressed. I request the dignitaries on stage to kindly take their seats in front of the dais, please. India is a country that has a rich cultural heritage. We are known all across the globe for our vibrant and diverse dance forms. The students of the Indian Classical Dance Society, Nrityangana, shall now bring to you a colourful amalgam of folk as well as classical dances set to the beats of foot-tapping music. I humbly request you all to please bear with us for a few minutes while we arrange the stage for the cultural event. Thank you. Honorable Minister, Mr. Jason Clare is presenting a memento to Sri Dharmendra Pradhanji and to the Vice Chancellor, Delhi University, Professor Yogesh Singh.
മുകിലോളം മലയാളം പാടും നിൻ തീരത്ത് പൂക്കൊലിപ്പാട്ടീണം മൈലാഞ്ചി പാട്ടിൻ്റഴകൊടു കൂട്ടുകൂടും നേരം നല്ലോണം നമ്മൾ കോണം ദൂരം തുട്ടാളം മഴയുടെ നേരം നീണ്ടു നിൽക്കും നരമനതാളം പരിചകളുടെ നീരൊളി നേരം നെഞ്ചിനു താളം നിലവിനു നേരം ഇടക്കളിലും കൊടുക്കും ಅಂತ ನಿಂತ ಬೊಲ್ಲೆದಲ ಹರದೇತಿ ಮಾಣಿಕ್ಯಮು ಅಂತ ಮಾಡಿ ಕಂಸುನಿ ಪಾರಿಭದ್ರಮು ಅಂತ ನಿಂತ ಬೊಲ್ಲೆದಲ ಹರದೇತಿ ಮಾಣಿಕ್ಯಮು ಅಂತ ಮಾಡಿ ಕಂಸುನಿ ಪಾರಿಭದ್ರಮು ऊबी चितकान रे चूकली रे पनीरारी ये लो मेरे गानेनी ये लो मोतीरा छकारो पर से माला दो मोतीरा छकारो पर से माला दो माथा में मड़ जायो रंग रसिया 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 तेरी आई साथ हलो तेरी आई साथ ओ मारा महला नी केता हिजरो खानी केता जो काना में जल जाओ रंग रसिया काना में जल जाओ रंग रसिया काना में जल जाओ रंग रसिया मैं तेरी आई साथ हलो तेरी आई ओ मारा महला नी देता जी जरो खानी देता लगा जो हरि होगा लगा जो हरि होगा लगा जो हरि होगा लगा जो हरि होगा देखो मेरे हाथ देखो मेरे हाथ देखो मेरा दामन देखो मेरे दामन देखो मेरे दामन छोरा की सांस लटकी है छोरा की सांस लटकी है देखो मेरे हाथ देखो मेरे हाथ देखो मेरे डूबे देखो मेरे डूबे रौनक हो जू घटे वे चले मेले नू चलिए मल्ला कट कुड़ते दे पटे वे चल मेले नू चलिए आले फड़ कुंजियां ते सांभलत जोड़ियां आले फड़ कुंजियां ते सांभलत जोड़ियां
What an exhilarating performance that was. I would like to thank all the dignitaries for having given us the honor of this visit. I now request all members of the audience to please rise for the national anthems of Australia and India.
Australians, and let us rejoice, for we are one and free. With golden soil and wealth untold, our home is God by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts, of beauty rich and grand. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains that let us sing, and voice Australia fair. And with our radiant song, across we'll tell with guns and bands, to make this commonwealth of us renowned above all the lands. For those who've come across the seas, we've found God's flames to share. With courage, let us all combine to advance Australia fair. In joyful strains that let us sing, advance Australia fair.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Both India and Australia share a fiery passion for cricket. Our nations watch cricket matches with bated breath. What would be better than to sample a little bit of this enthusiasm? I request the students to move towards the cricket grounds to enjoy a few moments of a friendly game of cricket. Members of staff are requested to proceed to the grounds for some refreshments and witness the cricket game. I request the principals, deans, as well as university officials